Now the actors who are genuinely actors are getting that space.
Exactly.
So हमारे ज़माने में तो नहीं था क्योंकि white pant, white shirt, white shoes तो मैंने भी पहना but you know but वो उस टाइप के जो हैं वो लोग होते थे protagonist भी नहीं बोलते hero होते.
This is a luxury for an actor because the kind of, firstly it's a longer format, so which means that 8 to 10 episodes, so it's more than a film. But the work that's being done, you know, by the creators, by the director, every single department, the kind of detailing that goes into it is like a film.
या तो करो या मत करो, करो तो पूरी जी जान लगा के करो. That's the way I look at life. So वो काम के लिए नहीं, हर चीज़ के लिए.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into peepingmoon.com and आज बम्बई की नगरी में हमें लेके जा रहे हैं अविनाश, कृतिका, शुजात and Kay Menon. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Bambai Meri Jaan. Title बड़ा ही as filmy as it gets because as filmy as it's supposed to be. ये किसका आइडिया था?
आइडिया तो
टाइटल
हाँ टाइटल मतलब मेरा ही था बिकॉज द सीरीज इज एन ओड टू बॉम्बे ऑफ द 70s 60s 70s and 80s so we thought it was really apt because the city plays a major character in the series.
शुजात, when a city plays a character, एक किरदार ही एक पूरे आप शहर को सबसे बड़ा बना देते हैं, उसके आसपास उस पूरे स्ट्रक्चर को क्रिएट करना कैसा रहता है? बिकॉज यू आर लिटरली टेकिंग अस बैक इन टाइम. पीपल लाइक अस हु हैव नो आइडिया हाउ बॉम्बे like look like then the by lanes and whatever I'm seeing in the trailer, it looks like, I think I like that one better. thoda
So there are two aspects to it. One is the visual creation, and one, of course, comes from the material in terms of the social, economic, political aspect of it, right? In terms of transportation to that world. What is really visible to us, to our eyes, is the visual aspect of it, which was tough. Of course, it was tough because Mumbai में मतलब Mumbai को recreate करना 60s. अभी Mumbai is very different, right? I mean, development-wise, growth-wise, logistically बहुत मुश्किल है period piece shoot करना. तो हमने एक बहुत बड़ा सेट लगाया था जिसमें ऑलमोस्ट एक छोटा सा मतलब गांव बस सकता है और उसकी पूरी डिटेलिंग जो की थी हमने, रिसर्च, आर्किटेक्चर, टेक्सचर्स, लाइटिंग, प्रॉपर्टीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ फर्नीचर, XYZ, किस तरीके के पर्दे लगाते थे लोग, कैसे कपड़े पहनते थे, क्या टेक्सचर्स होता था कपड़ों का, फैब्रिक्स क्या हुआ करते थे. और ये कहानी है एक इकोनॉमिक अम्ब्रेला के अंदर सेट. तो ये कहानी मतलब मेरे माँ बाप की 60s की कहानी नहीं है क्योंकि वो इस तबके से नहीं आए थे. तो ये एक तबके की कहानी है. सो वो एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करना एज अ layer in terms of narrative was very important. Visual, there are a lot of references to be done. लेकिन कैसे लोग बैठ के खाते हैं, ज़मीन पे बैठते हैं, दस्तरखान बिछाते हैं. There are various aspects to a certain social strata, and that is what is depicted, and everything is derivative of that. उनके घर पे मतलब बर्तन किस टाइप के होंगे, उनका किचन कैसे होगा, उनके कमरे कैसे होंगे, पूरा फैमिली एक कमरे में नीचे ये बिछा के सोता है, जो आज भी होते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि आज नहीं होते. तो दैट वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इट इज टेलिंग अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक स्टोरी ऑफ पीपल ऑफ दैट सोशल स्ट्राटा.
Avinash and KK, so the first impression for trailer was it was a cat and mouse game. He's like, first time like I felt he's ahead of you, then you're ahead of him, and by the end of it there are two forces at loggerheads. If that is not the best sum up, would you give me more insight towards your characters?
Shoot. I think there is some truth to what you're saying, but eventually it gets down to the conflict between the ideologies that both of them share. Yes, they are father and son, but they both live with their own ideas of how life should be, and they are conflicting as far as their ideologies are, which has a certain impact on the family that they are part of. If I come to my character, I think Dara is a guy who saw hunger, who saw poverty, believed that he was capable of becoming a provider, protector of the family, which most people are. And he wanted to take that on. So everything that he started doing was with the idea of wanting to be a provider, until greed really took off. You know, the greed for power, the greed to conquer, really pulled him in, which is an absolute opposite to how the father thinks. And I would want Sir to carry on and add to this.
As he said, एक ईमानदार officer के घर एक चोर पैदा हुआ है.
हाँ, but that line doesn't tell the entire story. It's just that it's the story of family in which one of the sons, Dara, his ambition takes him to a certain area, which the father is completely opposite to. So the father wants same thing, food, shelter, etc. But then he doesn't want to take the route that Dara has taken. Invariably, he is forced to do something. That's a different issue, but intentionally, that's the idea. So he sees the entire family fall apart. I mean, in the sense that whatever he's trying to achieve on this side, the entire family almost goes to the other side. So this man is almost a lone ranger in the end. So that's the whole grapple of the character. So for me, playing Ismail was pretty complex and nice. I quite enjoyed it.
Kritika, I loved your scene where that pulling that gun trigger. I'm like, this is so cool. Did you learn how to put it together? Or?
Yes, especially for that. Yes, I've handled a gun before. I mean, in like other, you know, shows, but every other time I had to be, it was accidental or self-defense, or you know, where you don't really have to be good at it. And that really worked for me because I'm not. But for this one specifically, I had to. I remember also like shooting the gun a few times, cocking it, like making sure that it happens, because the scene was written in that sense. And that is, it's the glimpse that you get of the character in the trailer, and it kind of just tells you what she is, who she is. Yeah.
I was trying to find a parallel ground. Interview की research करते वक्त अविनाश आप में और आप में. Though maybe I'm wrong, but the only parallel ground I could find was the extensive and interesting work you guys have done back from TV के दिनों से. And there is such an extensive line of work I am seeing there. आपके लिए तो sir आया, what should I say, to survive in an industry where people can't handle 4 years easily.
कुछ लोग जिद्दी होते हैं, उनमें से मैं हूँ. हम सर्वाइव कर जाते हैं. इतना ही है कि वो एक ज़माना था जब सिर्फ थिएट्रिकल रिलीज हुआ करते थे, मतलब ओनली फिल्म्स इन थिएटर्स. सो फॉर जेन्युइन एक्टर्स देयर वाज नो स्पेस. सो पीपल लाइक मनोज, मी एंड ऑल, हम लोग जिद्दी लोग हैं, तो हम लोग टिके रहे. देयर आर मेनी हु जो बीच में ही खप गए, बट समहाउ इट हेल्प्ड बिल्ड अ फाउंडेशन फॉर समथिंग which now is rampant. Now you can see the avenues have opened up, OTT has come in, so many avenues are there. So at least now the actors who are genuinely actors are getting that space. So हमारे ज़माने में तो नहीं था, क्योंकि white pant, white shirt, white shoes तो मैंने भी पहना है, but you know, but वो उस टाइप के जो हैं वो लोग होते थे प्रोटैगनिस्ट भी नहीं बोलते, हीरो होते थे.
Hero is the word.
हाँ, तो बाकी बचा कौन, विलन, तो हम लोग बन जाते थे विलन. सो सारे जो अच्छे लोग थे वो सब यू नो कहाँ से आते हैं, तो वो सब के सब थे. और हम लोग जो है दिल के अच्छे लेकिन पर्दे पे बुरे. सो आई कीप ऑल दैट, आई हैव केप्ट ऑल दैट इविल फॉर द स्क्रीन एंड केप्ट द गुड फॉर लाइफ. सो वैसा था, मतलब आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग इन शॉर्ट व्हाट द जर्नी वाज. अब जाकर के खुल गया मामला. अब OTT पे बटन जो है ऑडियंस के हाथ में चली गई. सो no matter how you influence them in terms of your PR or publicity or whatever it is, button उनके हाथ में है. So they can switch over, tuck like this.
They can pause and they can very well let you go.
They can do whatever they want to, and they can analyze you to the hilt. So that's where the actors go, and I think that's where we stand now.
But coming to the question, with the strong foundation when you have from TV, which gives you those long hours, especially you have done extensive, and your body of work, which whenever I speak to you, you always tell me, I'll take my time to pick what I like and I will surrender. You told me about this project before COVID, I remember, Avinash, in an interview, and you stuck. you told me I'm going to stick to it even if it takes time.
Yes,
and
I'm
I'm
a contract.
no, but we were discussing how the characters and how it pans out in his head, and he was like, I like to commit to it and stick. How do you from TV doing this long format and you just holding your conviction to pull out a character, what makes you say yes to these long formats now? Do you take that?
Who's going?
Like
oh,
both,
me?
yeah, I'm asking half an hour.
So, I mean, like, television is longer, right, in terms
Yeah.
of...
and you used to.
even the shoot time, and also, like, because it's a... When I started doing television, it had already become the daily telecast format had already come in. So, it was like a, you know, it was... You did it for months and months, every single day of the month. So this is a luxury, and not just in terms of the timings and everything. That's okay. I mean, actually, I am quite like, because I've done so much of that, I really, like, I think I'm addicted to it. I would love to do it every day, but not just that. I feel that this is a luxury for an actor because the kind of, firstly, it's a longer format, so which means that 8 to 10 episodes, so it's more than a film. But the work that's being done, you know, by the creators, by the director, every single department, the kind of detailing that goes into it is like a film. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the detailing and the quality of cinema, but you get to do it for 8 to 10 episodes, which gives you ample amount of time as an actor to really, you know, find your character, dig deep into it, and also as a script you get that much time for you to be able to play many different shades of that character. So this, I think, is actually great for all actors, you know, this format.
And lastly, because I know we are short on time, you holding on to your characters, you have to tell me the process for that.
I don't know what the process is, except for the fact that in life I generally like to commit completely to whatever I want to do. I think there is a value to power of compounding. The fact that I started acting back in 2003, there were not many avenues at that point of time. There was theatre, and then 2007-8 is when I started doing DD National. But I was very clear I didn't have the skill craft to carry on every day on a television set. So I made that choice that I wanted to do only weeklies. So I did weeklies, 2 shows for the National, then Yudh. And eventually, what I did realize is I like a story. This is the only opportunity that I have. I will give my everything into it. That became a part of your process and pattern, and just in life, I think, that's how I want to live my life. या तो करो या मत करो. करो तो पूरी जी जान लगा के करो. That's the way I look at life. So वो काम के लिए नहीं, हर चीज़ के लिए.
Well, the conversation could have gone longer, but since we have less time, I think Bambai Meri Jaan should be everyone's Jaan as soon as it hits the OTT platform, and wishing you all the best. And thank you so much for doing this. Thank you.
Thank you.